Welcome back this wonderful Tuesday afternoon to some Miami University Overwatch. It's great to be back. I'm Colin Sweeney.
I'm Xander Lewis.
And I mean, is this the first week that we've had perks?
This is the first week of official
Oh
playing that we will
boy.
have perks. Granted, our Overwatch team did get to use perks earlier this weekend at the Mizzou LAN, which I believe they placed fifth to sixth, I believe, because I think it was just combined. So, but good job from them. Out of it, about was it 12 or 16 teams?
I don't
No
know.
one from there, but still fifth and sixth, being in top eight. It was the first experience to land for most of our team, so good experience for them. They now know what it's going to be like when they eventually, hopefully, get to the ESC land. But today, instead of doing any ESC, we are playing 2 games of Queen City Clash for the Swiss bracket. And first up, we're against Alvernia University. I believe I pronounced that right. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
hopefully. I don't want to be like a good old Aaron last week pronouncing Albania instead of Albania. But yeah, so it's good to have you back because last week
Good
I
to be
believe you
back.
were a little bit busy up with some
I
school
was.
stuff,
I
had
was.
to take care of the good responsibilities beforehand. But yeah, first day of perks is going to be very interesting. Pretty much everything's still in the air. It's only been about from this point on a week since they've released, so we'll see what teams decide to play.
No, it's really exciting. I mean, uh, we've had professional play going in a bit. We've seen a lot of like the Ramatra being really strong and some Juno and some Kiri, but yeah.
But right now, pretty much with this perks update is that for these 2 weeks, everything's pretty much playable. Like nothing's really too bad, nothing's too worse. I mean, when you can go into a ranked match in high diamond and be able to win with a comp of playing Zarya with I think Torb, Sem, Mercy, like Lifeweaver, anything's possible at that point. Going, especially when you're going against like Orisa hard meta, like things can happen now thanks to these perk setups. But having to do more with perks is the way they're actually functioning. Is that you do level up and go through them all, get to level 2 and level 3, but when you switch hero, you actually lose all of them for a little bit of a bit change actually. And
Yeah. You unfortunately lose all your perks, but you do get a larger gain of experience, right? So while it might have taken 5 minutes to build your first perk, which I think that might be a bit too long, it'll only take maybe 3 minutes now, right? It takes less time to build the perks,
And
which
then
is
another
good.
note is that you actually get all your perks instantly in a map like Hybrid or Push if both teams make it to the end. If you go into overtime situation, both teams pretty much all have the perks. I don't know explicitly how that works for Control. I believe in Control, both teams have to capture the first two, and by then, pretty much all characters get perks. And then also for the Flashpoint, that one also very. I'm curious to see how perks work on that map because I haven't actually experienced that yet from playing myself in ladder. But we will see how that goes. Our team, most likely, from what I see, going to be playing the Ram strat. From what I've seen from Pooja Scooter, he's been really enjoying the setup, being able to actually play other tanks again. He's finally happy he doesn't have to play Hazard every game.
Yeah, no, I mean, been getting back into Overwatch, been grinding the ranked. I mean, Ramatra is really fun to play. Uh, Ramatra Zarya being like my favorite too. I mean, I feel like the perks just switch up the character enough to be able to like play it how I want to play it more. Like which in my situation is just doing as much damage as possible, right? So Ramatra, right? Just an example of perks. Ramatra, you get two minor perks and one of them that I enjoy picking just basically adds like a little shotgun blast every so often while you're shooting, which just does extra damage and whatnot. And then later in the game, you get your major perk, and I like to pick the healing while in Ravenous Vortex, and it just allows for sustain, right? So I can stand there and just do so much damage, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what these perks are about, is that they allow the characters to play in ways you've never been able to do before, because really, Ramatcha, known as you had to go in an S form to really do any damage at all, usually. However, now with that shotgun blast, you can pretty much burst target down if you have good aim very quickly. And then the survivability, usually you don't have any in the small form, because you have to be in that block form in order to survive pretty much everything. But another example would be a character like, let's say, like Zen, for instance. Zen is a character whose perks very weird, I will say. His first two minor perks, you have either a choice of getting extra knockback on the kick, more survivability allows you to escape diving targets, probably the better of the two, and then another one where you get to just float. for like 4 seconds. You hit the
Yeah.
jump button again. You fly across like a ravine or something. It's especially funny if you want to like sneak up on someone from high ground. Like especially something I saw is like I saw Zen diving a Pharah before in ranked so far, which very funny, very good stuff in the games. But at the same time, don't know how well that'll translate into actual competitive play. And then also second made for the second perk, it's either I believe you get another extra orb charge for your left right click, which is the secondary shot where he charges up pretty much a whole volley, shoots out, can usually one shot a target. And now with 6 orbs, you can actually pretty much one shot everything but tanks in the game currently. And then his other one though is the one I feel a lot of players are going to be picking is one where any damage dealt that he deals to a discorded target, which is a lot of his usefulness, right? You need the discord target burst down these heavy tanks is that damage goes back as a percentile and it will heal whoever you have orbed. Which, if you're trying to dive a heavy target, if you want to throw your orb on your tank and then, like, I see this being Zen coming back again for Malga metas. Because, like, if you just pick that perk and then discord the other Malga, you have a heal orb
Oh
on
yeah.
your Marga,
Oh yeah.
my god, they will not die.
Yeah.
Like, if both teams have Zen and then you have, like, I'd say probably Juno as well
Yeah.
or Kiri, and that those fights would last forever.
Yeah,
But
but it adds like a depth to the game because Kiri as well has a perk that when you deal damage with your kunai, it throws in some healing. So in this Mauga situation, you got a Kiri doing damage to the enemy Mauga, which heals your Mauga. You've got Orb on the opponent Mauga, which is dealing lifesteal for your Mauga, and you've just got like just all these different things that stack up, and it can just adds so much to the game, and it makes it really fun.
yeah, however, in terms of perks, it does feel like a lot of these were centered more towards tanks. Probably the best to come out of this because they're actually able to play other characters besides the main meta ones now and get away with it. DPS probably coming in after that. A lot of cool mechanics coming back from Overwatch One, like Reaper with the orbs, Bastion able to use his, like his Bastion like mortar like no tank form.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people I've been seeing play is that being able to just get rid of the the little like actual sentry gun and just using the tank blast, which a lot of people love because like it allows you to get the high vantage points. And then another one, probably one of the biggest ones is that McCree's stun is actually a stun again. Like he actually has a stun back, which is depending on what comps play. A lot of people love that. So yeah, healers do feel like the worst out of this, but it does feel like there's a lot of trade offs to some of the perks. It's a lot very situational. Like some games you
Hmm.
want this one, sometimes you want that one. Really depends what the enemy team's playing, and also the idea behind not having the perks when you switch early on actually forces teams to really stick with a strategy for a while. Like counter swapping has become a lot less common, especially in ladder and probably especially in pro play as well. I haven't really focused much on that. I'll leave you to talk about that, but because you're a resident pro like watcher here, but it seems like a lot of the time kind of want to stick with the strategy you have. So,
Yeah,
any thoughts on that too?
I mean, I think it is. It's very similar in pro. You gotta stay like with what you've got, unless you like lose first fight and you like know that you can't like you have a disadvantage. You don't want to swap until later. I think being able to have that extra XP gain later helps. But there's not mid game. There's not really like a huge advantage to switching
Yeah.
because part of the perks is that it allows you to counter something that maybe you weren't able to counter before, or be at least be able to ward it off better, right?
Yeah, like it's fun being able to actually play Ryan and Amaga and not get melted instantly. But something the other point out is that the actual bonus XP will not happen until you at least reach level 2, I believe. Is then you get the bonus XP. It's based off the level you were previously before switching. So realistically, a lot of teams probably don't want to switch how many comps until they reach that level 2 point, which by then with minor perks, who knows, you might have won a few ult economy fights by then. And by then you maybe don't even want to switch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what the teams decide to do. I don't think we have a map selected yet. Potentially we're hearing might be Nepal, which is one I don't think we've seen this
Not very
season.
often. Not
No,
very often.
usually it's either Lijiang or Busan, but we'll see what they decide to pick. It might not be. It might. Who knows? Map ban's still happening, but we will go on a little bit of a break here to let the teams decide to figure out what they want to do, and we'll see you then. And we are in on Nepal. This has been our selection, and we are seeing something interesting from here from Miami University. Instead of nitrous oxide, we are seeing Shocker in for on support. Something that I'm quite intrigued to
Shocker's
see.
in on DPS actually. It looks.
He's on DPS.
It looks like nitrous oxide and Killian are there.
Oh, that is true. I was just so used to just seeing that because usually it's in
Yeah,
order. But it
yeah.
seems nitrous oxide and Shocker are both in the OG support lineup from Miami from last semester. But it seems Shocker's playing DPS coming in for on right now.
This is very interesting.
So we'll see what happens here. Usually Shocker's known for his healing plays,
Yeah.
but we'll see what we can do to see if it transitions.
Anyway, we're seeing a bit of a similar comp coming from both teams. Got that Ramatra.
Oh.
Bastion on the Miami side just pummeling damage into their the Alvernia's team.
Yeah, try to just block him in.
Yeah, Alvernia's forced to back up a bit.
It seems a little bit of similar here from both teams is that the Ram is going to be the pick. And then also it seems Juno is going to be the pick as well. And Bonesaw loved seeing him on that Bastion, his favorite character, one he's usually very good on. We'll see what they can do, but they got to be careful about Alvernia's May. Seems a big fight coming out here. Juno falling really low. Bonesaw goes down from Optimal. Just looking a little close. They got to keep Puta Scooter up.
Yeah,
Killian has to keep that up. Oh, Shocker getting caught out a little bit with a nice skull. Very bad for them. That's going to bring 2 down. They're going to have to just kind of try and get out. Killian gets knocked down by Lucio. And we'll see if Puta can get out, but he might get run down. Yeah, they're trying to chase him. Oh, and Bosaw's going to get caught in the crossfire. They may be able to keep him up. No, that's very unfortunate. That's a big stagger for Miami.
Yeah, that's not too good. And that's going to be unfortunate as well, not just because of the stagger, but also because Alvernia is going to have a lot is going to be a lot closer to their perks. And we also see now Bonesaw switching off of the Torb onto the onto the Torb off of the Bastion, sorry. Kind of going against what we were saying earlier about the early game switches, but it's necessary here probably.
Yeah, need more damage in. Bastion's a little bit gets caught out a little too easy. Killian got walled off, unfortunately. Kind of got shot down. That May on Alvernia's side is seeming to be like kind of like a little bit of a bad spot here for Miami. They're kind of getting wrecked by it, getting split off so easily.
Yeah, and that's just Miami University out of it. I mean, they're just gonna have to regroup and back up and regroup. Alvernia's got basically all their ults. Miami University deciding to switch onto the Kiriko off of off of the Brig, which will be nice because that means that he can't get split up by wall anymore. Um, and there's the wall split off from Pooter Scooter, but he's gonna just easily break that up and back up just a little bit.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have to keep like rotating around, try to get a little bit of different angles here to not be able to get caught by the wall because that top left room with a May is so deadly. But it seems Alvernia has pretty much all their ults up here. We'll see a pretty big ult here fight here probably in a few seconds.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go. A lot of ults coming out. The World Nitrous Oxide puts his June ult down as well, but that freeze comes out and deals so much. Shocker pops his ult too, but then the Sound Barrier comes out and just protects all of Alvernia.
that is every Alvernia ult in play, and that
Oh,
is gonna be the first round taken.
yep.
99-0, unfortunately.
That was very solid there from Alvernia. They just decided to just hold all their ults until the last fight and just threw them all out. And it seems like Miami University, two players didn't even really get any ults because they swapped.
Yeah, and it seemed to whatever Alvernia is doing, it seems to work. I mean, they've got the Lucio being able to brawl and then speed away, right? Um, it just kind of helps. And honestly, the May pick is actually like a really good one in general. May has a couple different abilities or perks, right? Um, and if you pick the two right ones, you can essentially stall for forever. Basically, it'll extend the duration of your wall, and then it'll do damage around you when you're in ice block,
Hmm.
which just allows you to stall for so long.
We're going to see a little bit of a switch up here from Miami University. Pudu Scooters foregoing the Ram, realizing he's losing the duel, mostly because they do have that Lucio just speed boosting him on that form, allowing him to get out quicker. And Bozo's going into the far to try to get some range because they don't really have a pretty hard like hit scan character for him. Shocker over here on Stolen Sojourn, probably a good pick. Oh, Seth falling a little low. Toad also falling a little low. Oh, Pudu's getting caught out. He has no more abilities. That, like I said, that May wall so deadly. They have to just kind of fight point. Like they can't really push like that. Otherwise, they just get walled off. May's such a strong character from these perks.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, Alvernia's support line is just doing fantastic, being able to keep their uh, keep the entire team up for so long. All the damage coming in from every which way. I mean, they're doing really well.
Yeah, it seems this is going
Ooh,
to be a little bit interesting. Ooh, they do manage to get but two fall down from Miami. It's going to be another lost fight. Pittsburgh has to run and get out of there. Both. I got walled off again. This is going
yeah.
very poor for Miami. Alvernia is already close to pretty much all their ults. Killian manages to get back in. Oh, good from Bonesaw with a little of a bit of a boop off the map there. A little bit aggressive from Toad. But at that point, where the AoE was, it doesn't really matter because he's able to just respawn and get back to point at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Alvernia, we're in a very similar position as last round. Alvernia having almost all their alts, where Miami is a little bit down. They still have almost they're almost to four, but just a bit farther behind at this
ooh,
point.
big ante there onto Toad. That's pretty good for Miami. And ooh, big attack here from Miami. They have to kind of just push everyone out of that orbital ray. Ooh, big pick from Shocker onto Gutsy. That was huge. Yeah, that's going to be a fight one there for Miami. Only popping really one ult against two. I didn't even realize that Bob had actually come out. Where was he that entire fight?
I don't know, but I mean, Avernia in a little bit of a alt deficit, right? Having three alts compared to Miami University's four, but still, unfortunately, a lot of that's
Oh.
big. Unfortunately, a lot of Miami University still only having their first perk, not being level three quite yet.
But it seems Bonesaw's coming in close to that third perk. And it seems his first perk, he decided not to really take the movement while barraging because at that point you're very much still not that high movement. So he
Yeah,
decides to take the other one, which can't exactly remember. I believe that's a dash in the air. Maybe it might be that one.
maybe,
But
but having the movement while on Farah. I maybe it feels like it's a really it's a perk meant for like maybe lower ladder maybe, because
Yeah.
I feel like even if you are a Pharah moving around, oh, you're still very killable.
Ooh, big. That was a very big sound barrier from Gutsy. That was very good. Oh, wonderful spear, wonderful spear. But see, Puder can't out. He doesn't manage to get out. It is 4-4, but with Miami's tank gone, they have nothing to really block any damage. And Toad just goes in on the back line, just ulting, maybe being able to get out. And both heroes seem to be able to get out, and but Bonesaw gets caught out. Miami gonna have to regroup with another fight. Nice sleep to sleep from there, but they're gonna have to do something here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shocker used ult as soon as he died, which is just not a great thing. Unfortunately, could have saved that for next fight. But Alvernia also going down their beat and uh Ramatra ult.
Ooh, that's really
Oh,
scary. He
that
manages
hurts.
to get out, I think.
Yeah, he's out. Oh, he's got charged spear. That's very cool.
Yeah, very interesting perk there for Orisa Logger to charge speed and go through multiple targets. Oh,
Ooh,
this
and
gets to break that wall
there's a
quick.
touch.
Oh, they do get the touch out, but nothing's really dying. They
Yeah.
just don't have. Oh, but Nitrous Oxide does manage to get set, and sets Bob goes off the map again. But that's going to be game one going to Alvernia in this best of three series. Miami really has to step it up here.
Yeah, I mean, the second round was definitely much better than the first one. It felt like they were getting a bit of they were doing better. But I mean, maybe that's just because they had perks. Because after the first round, I don't know how many perks they had. I mean, they almost everybody on the team switched at some point during the round and lost their perks, right? But I mean, I don't know. Avernia was just playing better. I mean,
Mhm.
the supports were always pumping heals into everybody, and their DPS were just picking ours uh before we could even do anything.
Yeah, we finally made something work there a little bit. Good switch on Pooter for the Orisa, and kind of a good play there from Bonesaw going to the Pharah, having to take attention away from the other healers. Because after Bonesaw went to the Pharah, actually, like I was able to just kind of do work on Ana and pretty much kept Pooter up most of that time until he got walled off a few times. Because that they have to find a way to deal with that May. That was the crutch of Alvernia's strategy, it seems. Without that May there, the Ram kind of doesn't get as much value, and then also without the May there, Pooskrew would have survived 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, Optimal. I mean, I really would give MVP to Optimal that round. Getting so many just wall offs and being able to isolate one Miami player from the rest of the team. It happened to Pooter Scooter how many times, and it was just it killed an entire push for Miami, and it's like, I mean, what are you gonna do about it, right?
Yeah, we'll see what Miami does here for round two or map two, but we haven't gotten confirmation what the map is yet. Maybe might see a little bit of substitute. I don't know really what we were. I mean, I was expecting to see Shocker on the hero. I didn't really expect him to play the DPS. I mean, he did pretty well, but into that type of comp, it's kind of rough to
Yeah,
deal with. I will say. So next map we do have confirmation will be push, which unfortunately is kind of a game mode not a lot of people are that antsy to, mostly because it's either a map that can take 1 minute or all of it.
true,
So
true.
this might be a little while game or a very short game, depending, because you can kind of just snowball
I
usually.
I know I definitely want to see some of the Symmetra come in. I think that Symmetra would be really good against this Ramatra that Alvernia is playing. Right. I mean, being able to extend the range with one of the major perks as well as having extra turrets just makes it so annoying to deal with the Symmetra and like being able to TP farther, maybe, or being able to gain shield from your teleports. I mean, there's so many options with Symmetra to be really good.
And
But yeah,
And the other thing is that Symmetra's kind of a good counter against May.
yeah,
Just
true.
melts that wall so quickly. So depending on that, if they run that, and maybe honestly, I feel like Zarya wouldn't be that bad of a pick here on the side of
Yeah,
Miami for tank.
I
Because the Orisa does work, but Orisa kind of gets countered from May still with a slow.
yeah,
But I mean, the Orisa perks do feel like some of the stronger ones. It was interesting that Pooter and Scooter, instead of having that extra health from Fortify, decided to go with the heat reduction on the primary fire first versus minor first. So I'm Okay. We've gotten confirmation that the map will be Runas Sapi, kind of a one that Miami has practiced quite a lot. There's I think that is the newest map, isn't it? I
it
believe
is. Yes.
it is the newest map. We will be seeing a new map, I think, later. No, later this patch.
I don't know.
Mid-season, who knows?
I think it's probably mid-season. Yeah,
Mid-season patch, probably we'll see a new map because usually it's every other.
it's every other season. Yeah,
Usually is and then next season we do have Freya joining the roster, which you see. I will enjoy seeing a lot of our high skilled players
oh
picking
yeah,
up that because that's a very high skill,
oh
high
yeah,
reward hero. It's pretty much a mix of like a I put it like a May icicle, but with aiming down the sights like an Ash.
true.
Very, very projectile type sniper. So that'll be fun to watch that. But other than that, we might get in the game soon, might not. We'll go for this. Oh, we are transitioning soon. Okay, what else to talk about?
Oh, well, I mean, we can go
We're going
into
in.
yeah, we can talk a bit more about that Zarya like you were saying earlier. Uh, Something that would be really good to see here. I mean, with the perks, I mean, Zarya's first perk could be either you jump farther with or like do more knockback or 30% damage, like total damage to anybody stuck in grav. And then major perks would be you can shoot through enemies at 50% charge or more. And the other one is like 15% movement speed for any bubbled enemy. I love playing Zarya and having the 30% grav as well as the shooting through people makes grav just like an instant kill because you do so much damage to every single person since you're shooting through all of them and doing damage to all of them as well as doing the 30% damage. And we're going into this fight. Booter Scooter
Ooh.
getting a uh, huge spear, but Avernia's support's just keeping him up like we were talking about before.
Bones has to be very careful here. With they put in a lot of damage to him in that 1 second he poked out. Even now, he's still getting some damage down. And Prusko has to be careful, falling a little low. He does getting support, but he got walled off. They may be able to keep him up. Yep. Juno's a very good healer right now. Even with her little bit of a rework, she's still meta, even with the perks. So we'll see. It seems Alvernia kind of a weird position here. It seems spots are a little reversed from both
Yeah.
teams. DeRosa's kind of building ults very quickly here. I mean, Bones was already 63% to his ult.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I think
Ooh.
one of the reasons May is so good right now in this specific scenario is because of the perk that allows her to extend the duration of her wall. I mean, being able to keep it alive for longer and keep a player separated for longer is just a
Oh,
huge thing. Orbital Ray coming out from the side of Miami, being able to sustain for so long, but Avernia coming out with a second one or one of their
oh,
own.
kind of a good trade there for Miami. They need Shocker to get back soon, though, and Gutsy gets... That's unfortunate. Gutsy does get a kill and does fall. Oh, it's really...
Ugh.
Oh, will that get a little bit of an orb trying to hunt down Gutsy there? But it seems that first fight will go to Alverna, even though they didn't. They popped 2 ults there, but they did pop 2 sports ults. But Miami popping 2 as well. So
Yeah, that's rather unfortunate. Arguably, though, Miami popped the better ults. Um, Miami still has a support ult in the bank, whereas Alvernia does not. And I think support ults definitely have some of the most impact in the entire game. Being able to just keep a player up and sustain for so much longer than normal. Pooter
Improved
Scooter going in straight into a blizzard, unfortunately.
does survive thanks to that. Thanks to that fortify. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's gonna be dangerous there. Oh no! Oh no! Nitrous Oxide getting hunted down by Toad with that ult. Oh, but Gutsy falling really low. Come on, hit that last shot, guys! Come on! Come on!
There it is.
There it is. Now it's just both. I think it's both DPS against the tank. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
see if they can do it. Oh,
Neither team any supports, and they're gonna
oh,
let them get
the checkpoint.
the head spawn. Yeah,
But if they can pick him right
that is
now,
a big stagger though.
yeah.
That's a very big stagger though.
The thing is, they still have technically have close
They
spawn. They
still
have
have
to get
close
that. They
spawn.
have to
Yep.
get that bot very quickly before he spawns. I don't think they're
No,
gonna do it.
it unfortunately there's still enough time no matter what to get a quick spawn there.
Yeah, they really need to get that bot to the halfway point in order to get that spawn cancel.
Yeah, I mean, really any distance that Miami can get would be helpful right now.
Ooh,
Miami's
Bosa.
very far behind. Go time coming out from Shocker. Um, we'll see if he can get anybody. Bonesaw killing Optimal, which is a huge pick. The May has been absolutely integral. Oh, what a
Oh
vortex!
my goodness.
Oh, the vortex stopped everybody from leaving. That was a really good vortex
Wonderful
from
there.
Toad.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. They get the halfway point, but then now they have this checkpoint. They kind of push freely here.
Oh, and it looks like Wait, who was the? Wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Sorry. Gutsy going back to taxi somebody, and I thought that was somebody on Miami's team. I was very, very confused.
Yeah.
But Puda Scooter kind of walking in, trying to contest a little bit, make sure they don't get too far.
Blue Screw's going to get knocked down very quickly here.
Satellite Vector
They
coming
need that
out from
solid light for
toggling.
Pooter. Nice, very good. Man,
Ooh.
Bonesaw just kind of getting only one person with his ults, really. Kind of getting canceled out, and then Optimal finds Shocker as well. They need to get nice movement there from toggling. Still gets knocked down by Pudaskuru, though. But it seems that the backline is kind of just dying from Miami, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm really hesitant to
Ooh,
say.
nice shot from Killian, though. But ooh, the Optimal behind him just kind of hit him once, and he died. But they managed to kind of get the fight back, and we'll see if they can kind of stagger the May, but I don't think she might be able to get away.
I think something that Alvernia is doing really well is being able to get the early picks. Right, it feels like Shocker is like almost constantly dead. It's like he's playing respawn sim right now, but it, I mean, May also still being really good with the walls and blocking people off. But yeah, Alvernia now not having any support ults. We saw this happen last time.
Ooh, beautiful
Bonesaw.
pick.
Ooh.
That was very nice. And here's the thing is that Toad is a little bit pushed up here. I think that's only one ult really from Miami. Bonesaw does fall, but at that point, I think it's pretty much just fight over.
Yeah.
And Alvernia still only has two ults. They have to be careful, though. Alvernia, Optimal does have that Blizzard, and pretty much just every time he's popped it, they won the team fight, so.
Yeah, true. Kitsune there kind of coming out from Miami, and that was a really, really integral play there. But
Didn't even notice it, but Nitrous Oxide onto the Zen. That is actually a very good, something we were talking about earlier. That Discord Orb can melt down tanks. Plus he was already at, I think, level 3 already, so he probably already is getting close. Yeah, he's about a quarter of the way through level 2. And Healer's known to be able to get that build up much quicker than anything else.
yeah, true.
Ooh, Shocker gets knocked down, though.
Ooh, Pooter Scooter going way in there.
Getting nothing of that all, but Nitrous Oxide does have the trans up. But he manages to get Optimal, though, but Sad 180s him with the right click. That's very bad. Little bit over aggressive there. Oh, sneaky from Bonesaw there. Manages to get the health back and get away from the Lucio and was chasing him. That was wonderful movement and game sense there.
Yeah, Killian actually swapping off of the Kiriko now, going on to the Juno. Uh, I think I don't know what this has in store for us really.
Kind of a better
Um,
pick. Juno is kind of known to put out the most healing out of any support, I feel. At least with their primary fire. It's a lot quicker than Kiriko. Kiriko, a lot of her availability comes out from that Suzu. So we'll see what happens there. Shocker, wonderful right click onto Optimal. They had to pop that orbital ray to get some abilities in there, and they're just kind of firing in. Shocker just laying waste with this right click. He gets a nice long shot there as well. Killian finds toggling. Lucifer finds Gusty, and they just bully Toad in the corner. That's going to be another white from Miami.
and this fight's actually really good because they weren't Alvernia was not able to get their close spawn, which means that they're farther away, and it means that more than likely Miami is going to get theirs before Alvernia can even get back. But it's going to be really close, and I
Yeah.
take it back. It was really close.
A few of them actually did I think, get close one a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
At least one of them did. Oh, Bonesaw trying to be a little bit aggressive here, but he has to be very careful. He doesn't want to get caught out too far and get, like, blasted. Oh, holding that spear, trying to wait for that barrier to come down, but it just stays up. That's he probably had. Toad probably has the perk. Oh, Pooter Scooter getting a wall as well. He has to get some support up, otherwise. Oh, good spear there, trying to push him away. Maybe allowing the rest of his team a chance to run away, but the vortex. Yeah, and Bozo just kind of gave up there. He realized it was death time.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that like as a far of that vortex is so deadly.
it is.
It's hard to get hit by it, but mate, you do. You're gone.
Yeah, and I mean even one of Ramatra's major perks is actually being able to throw Vortex into the air and suck down a Pharah or anybody flying around, which I mean it wasn't always possible to do with just regular Vortex because Pharah's so far in the air and there is a ceiling to the Vortex, but I mean I don't even think he used that there. He was just Bonesaw was just on the ground and just got kind of stuck, unfortunately.
Bonesaw has to find a pick with this ult before Gusty gets whacked. Oh, Pudister's going really in. Bonesaw goes down. He popped the ult as well. That's really bad for Miami. They do manage to get Gusty's ult out after popping that, but they really have to find the big pick here. Try to
Yeah,
just focus down Toad. It's working a little bit. They do get Toad. That's a big pick for Miami. They have to be able to make something with this. Okay. Killian does find Optimal as well, and managing to keep Shocker up. Barely. A little bit of target like misprioritization there from Gutsy. Or is that Gusty? That's
that's
Gusty.
Gusty. Yeah,
I've been saying
that's
oh, good save there from Shocker. Really saving Nitrous Oxide there. He was one tap. That was very good. And Miami for messing up for Bonesaw, kind of getting really hard countered by Gusty. They made that work, and they have two ults compared to Alvernia's just one, really, from toggling the orbital
yeah.
ray. Even though it is a big ult, but they have orbital ray too, and they really need Bonesaw not to fall here. That's a lot of damage on the tank. This is really Miami's pretty much last push here. They really have to make something work.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Orbital Ray coming out from the side of Miami. Shocker coming in with his ult. And, oh, Toad is coming
he
so
got him.
low.
That's going to be very good for Miami without Toad there. That's a lot they don't have. Wait, they're just pushing it.
Oh,
They didn't
and
touch.
they got it. They didn't touch. That's huge.
That was massive.
That pick on a Toad was absolutely huge. Even if they had managed to touch, Toad is able to just absorb so much damage and really output so much damage with the extra perk, as well as I want to say he had Annihilation ready, but I'm not too sure of that.
No, I don't think so. He was only about 50%
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
The only
Maybe not.
character on
Maybe
their
not.
team had, they only had Orbital Ray, which really didn't even come down.
Yeah,
That
Orbital
could've-
Ray even would have been a huge fight turner there, because Miami had just used theirs to kill Toad, and I mean, being able to sustain for longer is exactly what they would have needed.
I mean, that was wonderful. They're Miami. They made to make Shocker was just like, okay, you know what? He tried. I remember he tried trying to shoot. I think it was the Juno out there because they probably knew they had Orbital Ray having game sense all that stuff. But then he realized. But then he decided to see. He saw the Discord orb that was on Toad. He already popped his Nimbus form. Was only holding block, and he's just like, I have 8 more seconds of this all. Right click, right click, right click, right
Yeah,
click, right
yeah,
click, right click, and that is like why Zen's so viable now is against comps like that, and you have that much damage on Discord Orb can just melt through a tank. No
yeah.
matter like if they made pop Orbital Ray, that would have worked. But I feel like the Juno on the enemy team was probably going to grab a health pack maybe because he got so low from the first part of the fight, and then after Toad goes down, the whole team backed up without even realizing that Miami was just like, okay, we win, and
Yeah,
then just pushed
yeah.
forward everything. And
And
then also the boops coming out as well. Like, because you saw the May at the end there was trying to rush the point to just hit ice block and contest.
mhm.
But a boop came out from Pooter Scooter in the form of his javelin spin. And then also uh, the boop from the Pharah as well. That was
Yeah,
wonderful there from Miami. They brought that back so well. Like,
yeah. They had a minute left and they were down by like 50 something meters, I think. And I mean, it was huge. It was really huge. I think that I don't know. There was so much going on there. Orisa was definitely a huge factor in that, being able to just push away and crowd control the entire enemy team. And I mean, it was huge. They just walked forward.
yeah, they also having a risk to be able to just survive the cryo, like the amount of ults that the May threw. Just that may have been maybe one of Alvernia's mistakes, which is only using the May ult for Pooter Scooter. But so crap, what was I saying? I got a message from the people above, but but yeah, the Orisa allowing him to survive so much longer from that May allowed him to get really allowed to just push through it because pretty much any time he'd always save his what's it called, armored form. I'll just call it that. I can't remember the name of it to survive the May ult. That allowed him to just kind of win the fights over and over again. And I mean that seemed like a lot like Alvernia's game for most of it, but they managed to make a comeback. That's the thing about push maps is that maps like that they can kind of just like reverse so quickly on you.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
very easy, and a little bit bad playing there from Alvernia at the end may have gotten a little bit, maybe a little bit tilted him a little bit from that.
maybe.
That's going to be a bad morale job there because I mean
Indeed.
there was 4 alive and they didn't right there.
Yeah,
So
but now we go into the future, and we're going straight into Gibraltar here, going in with the escort map. I mean, a lot of high ground, a lot of things like that. I think we might see a bit of Winston.
Winston or Diva,
Um,
I would expect.
yeah, that's what we would expect. I mean, Winston is pretty interesting now because he's got this ability that he can heal within his shield, and he can do more damage when he jumps and all this other interesting things. But I mean, it looks like Pooter Scooter's opting more for the Diva, which is also pretty cool because one of her major perks allows her to use Defense Matrix, and anything that goes into it is turned into shield for the Diva. I mean, that's massive, especially looking at Alvernia's comp. I mean, the Tracer and the ball uh, try and shoot like they have like little machine guns, right? So being able to shoot so much into a defense matrix would just be really good for Pooter Scooter in this situation.
Nitrous Oxide here has to be very careful. He's the most diveable target on the side of Alvernia. But seems Toad's going for Maga. Alvernia just
Ooh,
kind of switched their entire team setup up right then and there.
yeah,
And let it be known that the cream of Wong, I believe, is actually on, I believe, for subbing in for Shocker. A little bit of late subbing. So Bonesaw will be on the the Sojourn. And Brewster on the Diva. That was a good pick from Bonesaw. He's a little bit caught out though. That was a good pick though. Good trade. Yeah, we'll see what Onken here can do on his Genji. Kind of a good comp to play Genji into. You can farm a lot of ults from that what the enemy team's running. They just have to be
oh
careful
yeah,
like it got odd out. And Buddha Scooter as well, with that same thing you were mentioning, the amount of shield he will give you from Malga is
true,
insane.
true. It feels like Miami University's comp is like really well suited to play against Alvernia here.
The only thing is that the high ground though, getting caught a little bit caught out, losing mech unfortunately, and now
Yeah.
Buddha Scooter just like going all in, trying to just get his mech back. But I think he just kind of trying to die there to get a regroup. And here's the thing: is that Nitrous Oxide already had his ult. That's how quickly you can build Nano Boost. It seems a lot of Miami's just trying to just reset a little bit here. They might not even get a second touch on the first point.
No, it
Oh,
looks like
they do.
they're gonna need second touch as well
Oh,
as a
Bone
nano.
saw, but he dashed past the point.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, didn't really get a contest with
yeah.
that Nano Boost. Miami's gonna need a full reset here. Kind of just put everything back together and fight the next fight.
Yeah, that's unlucky right there, unfortunately. Just going a little bit too far with the dash or with the slide. And now, I mean, I now that I look at it, Alvernia is playing a lot more of a brawl close range type thing. And Diva is more of a dive, right? The entirety of Alvernia is playing together, so Diva isn't really able to pick anybody out, which is a bit of a problem. Uh, that would mean that
Ooh, that's really
Set getting
bad.
so many primary or like kills or picks, but
Oh, good
that is big
pick.
though.
Yeah, he was going straight for killing with that ult as well. But both DPS are now down. It seems On is foregoing the Genji for the Ashe. Probably a better pick against these long characters like the Torb. Ooh, a lot of ults coming out from Alvernia as well. Yeah, popping that, trying to get his mech back up. He has to survive though. He's been playing very careful. He does get the mech back up, but it's probably going to be already down already. They do get gusty though. Oh,
Alvernia
bones off
coming
falling
so
really
low, but
low.
unfortunately, just Miami isn't able to sustain it. Alvernia has so much damage
A
in the
very
close
high damage
range.
comp. Miami really has to change something up here. Pooh Scooter may want to forego the Diva as something else, but in the long term, Diva's probably one of the better characters playing against Malga. They just have so much other stuff that can just burst through it.
Yeah, Diva would need to get to her major perk, and Pooter Scooter isn't even halfway through level 2, and unfortunately that it might take too long to get to that major perk.
Yeah, they really have to make something work here. Get some damage in.
Yeah, because that major perk really would be good in this situation.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
getting a
sleep.
sleep.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Nitrous Oxide. Nitrous Oxide is known for his Ana, I feel. That and
Yeah.
Lucio is the two things we've seen him on doing so well on.
Oh yeah.
And find those little sleeps like that. And not only that, but it seemed he also had the drowsy perk as well. So the one he probably selected. Because I mean, going to a yep. Wait, is that
No,
it?
he's got the bouncy
He
needs.
does have the bouncing aid. My mistake. But that drowsy. I mean, if they were playing their first comp that they originally had, that would have been good because ball, tracer, all those things.
Yeah.
Making them so they can't move very fast is good. But this double nade going into a character like Fog is actually really nice. Ooh, Bonesaw.
That is
He
an
needs to find a
unfortunate
pick.
page. Gusty getting really low, but unfortunately, Bob coming out from the side of Miami and not really getting anybody. Looter Scooter going down, on going down.
Seems Nitrous Oxide going on to the Zen to try and just put some damage out. They need a little bit more damage here. Kind of honestly might be a better pick on overall, but That Torb falling so low. That was wonderful.
Ooh.
And he just didn't get any healing over there. That was wonderful tracking there from I almost said Puskar. He doesn't play Zen. Nitrous Oxide. Oh, B coming out. They just want to end this fight very quickly from Alvernia. They really have to keep putting her up here. Wonderful.
Oh!
There's the power of Zen, dude.
Bonesaw going insane with his ult as well. Absolutely massive. Cooter Scooter getting killing Set in the end. I mean,
Dude.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, immediately. Alvernia, the minute he saw that Discord was on him, and plus Bonesaw just like blasting into him, you just have to get off a tank like Maga that quickly. And now that they're on Orisa, good switch as well against Maga here. Kind of just retouch. It's also kind of better at stalling than D.Va.
Yeah,
but now
it's going Sigma though now.
Kind of a good pick, probably trying to suck in some of that damage. But they're gonna be very careful here.
Yeah, very similar to D.Va. Sigma has an actually it's not exactly similar. Sigma has an ability that when you shoot into his gravitic or the sucky, the sucky,
the suck.
Yeah, when you shoot into that, you can get rocked back even faster.
Oh, that's a massive ult from Set. Manages to hit 2 of them over it. However, and he tried plopping Trance to keep it up. Nitrous Oxide is also going to get caught out. He gets toggling though before he falls. Ooh, he's trying to seduce, trying to make something happen. He does not get it. They may be able to touch, but I don't think that's it. That's going to be Alvernia capping all 3 points with 2 minutes left. Set managing to just kind of, I don't know if you saw that ult, but both of them were on the other side of that blockade, like on the right side of point from they were on, and he hits it over the blockade and gets them. Yeah. That was very good there, because I don't think they really realized they can go over it. So that was very unfortunate there for Miami. Alvernia, good on Set, finding kind of just slipping through the cracks with his ult, but
and we really can't pretend that 2 minutes 19 isn't a really good time bank. I mean, having that much time at the end of especially Gibraltar feels like one that is either really decisive one way or the other. But having such a pretty good time bank makes it really scary for Miami because they need to get one that's either just as good, if not better.
Yeah, and also, but you have to hand it to Miami though. Managed to hold that point. They pretty much had that last spot for almost 5 minutes, or not 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Quite. Yeah.
They went from 5 to 2, I believe.
Yeah.
So not bad on them getting time down. They didn't really manage to keep it off, but we'll see what Miami does here on offense. Nitrous Oxide kind of just going for that Zen. I don't know if that'll be as good into the D.Va, but we'll see what they do. And it seems Alvernia is trying to be a little bit sneaky here. Oh yeah, they're waiting for something sneaky.
Man, I really want them to play Zarya. If Miami pulls out the Zarya, that'd be so good. I mean, being able to bubble Bonesaw, bubble themselves. I mean, there's a lot of damage that could be done here.
Ooh, far as well. And unfortunate Bonesaw was, Puskar just gets off the Orisa immediately, goes to the D.Va. And I think Bonesaw might have thought about switching as well, but he realized it's pretty much just a D.Va, which isn't that kind of deadly, but he might have a chance against it.
Yeah, we're gonna play this a little bit slowly at the beginning. Bonesaw just gonna take some shots.
Ooh, big shots onto Torb there.
Yeah.
Optimal falling really low, but gets Suzu to get saved out. Bonesaw just trying to put some damage into Toad, kind of make him back up a bit. It's honestly working. They're pushing it slowly but surely. But Puskar is also falling really low, but he decides to try going in there. Managed to fall back a lot, but Nitrous Oxide manages to slip through the crack and finds Gusty. That's wonderful. And on kind of now trying to tap his little off angle. Oh, they managed to nearly get Set there on the top. There's a little bit of hiding there. Seems all of Alvernia is kind of just hiding in the bottom there.
Set going so low so many times. Miami just is just unable to find the killing blow. Unfortunately,
I don't know if you want to do that on dropping down like that. That's a little bit dangerous. You might get shot in the back here. Yeah, just like that was afraid of. Gusty managed to just go and get him along with Set. They may be able to still win this, maybe, but it's gonna be difficult. There's no tank up, but Puskar doesn't really have much with only Nitrous Oxide. Oh, never mind. They're gonna go back into this immediately. Try and give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, this could be big. That's actually kind of big. The defense matrix still goes in, but even then, it still kills Toad's mech. That's Bonesaw actually huge, and then Set comes in and gets 2. Set is playing this so well. I think part of this beginning section here is that it is really enclosed, and there's so much AOE coming in from just I mean from really every I don't know about everybody, but AOE coming in from
Ooh, but Bonesaw gets back and is just lighting them up in that room. Kind of,
yeah.
and then Gusty managed to get Voodoo Scooter, but he was already out of mech, not really doing much, so he just tries to get that respawn as quick as possible. Voodoo Scooter is going to almost near bomb as well. On does have his Sojourn ult as well, so we'll see what they can do with it. Alvernia had coming up on nearly 5 ults. They haven't really popped anything besides sets.
Yeah.
That's very bad there for Miami getting caught out there, but oh, it managed to get set before they go down. They're all falling really low. They have to be careful in that room. Oh, no, they got that. Ooh, lots of ults coming out from Alvernia, but they managed to find the little side shots. Ooh, On managed to find a little bit of an angle there. They have to keep Screw up, otherwise that is going to be it. Wonderful whip shot there. They managed to maybe make this work.
Yeah, D.Va, I mean, towed the last one, really, I think.
Wow, that was so chaotic.
That was really chaotic and hard to see.
Honestly, that was good from On there, sitting off to the side
Yeah.
and managed to just, he was literally just shooting into that little crazy area and
Yeah.
managed to get
Yeah, yeah.
picks. That was wonderful. Wonderful situational awareness.
Yeah, huge from Killian as well, getting that being able to use the ult and just I think they might have the whip shot perk that allows like a longer inspire for whip shot, which would be huge, especially in that situation. Oh, he killed himself. No.
No,
Oh,
it was still funny though.
it was.
And Bumble and so I was just like, I tire of this. 'Cause that was nearly the second. That was the third time Seth tried doing that to his
Oh
backline.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Miami still has about 2 ults coming up. He already had Pusher as well. Alvernia though has pretty much no ults after Seth popping his. So what they
Yeah.
decide to do. I mean, Miami may be able to just get around this first corner and then also maybe around the second, but has to be a little careful.
Yeah, but you got to think about as well. I mean, yes, Miami is very close, or like rather close to 2 ults. Diva Bomb isn't like you don't expect kills from Diva Bomb. Diva Bomb is really just used to get
Oh,
Diva back into mech to keep the fight going. But yeah,
oh.
Optimal getting 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, Bones all falling into the turret. Unfortunately, they have to be able to take care of that. But Nitrous Oxide does have his nail boost up, and Alvernia not really having any support or DPS ults. So we'll see what they can do. They do have Toad does have his ults for a second body, pretty much. So
Yeah.
oh, and you see the Tor perk right there. I mean, put the turret on the wall. Very popular one currently in
Yes.
Overwatch.
Very, very popular. But we're looking at this now, and unfortunately, Miami's at the point where
Ooh.
On
Ooh.
getting a kill onto Kiri.
Onto toggling, that was very good. And then also
Booter
Puda
on
Screw
the
finding set.
Perfect.
Kind of Bonesaw using that now, just kind of be a body in the way of having to take focus off of,
Yeah.
and managed to get Gusty on the back end. Oh, Pooter, you tricky man. He's just trying. He might be trying to just body block in there and just put his bomb through there,
Yeah.
trying to force him.
But like I was saying just a minute ago, I mean, Miami's at the point that even if they completed even if this was third point, at the end of second point you get a minute 30 seconds added. But even then, you're not gonna have nearly as much of a time as Alvernia here.
Yeah.
Miami forced to back up, but On pulling out the ult, and unfortunately he's not able to find anybody with that. Diva Bomb also coming out, only killing
Killian
turret.
popping rally. This is gonna be a big brawl fight here. Oh, that'd be very careful. Oh no, Killian trying to. Yep, there it is. Set saving that ult directly for Killian. Maybe even finding another one here in a few seconds. Yeah, it's unfortunate there. Miami now only really having Bonesaw's ult. And then Poo Scooter's at D-Mac down to where he is.
That it really is unfortunate. I mean, I don't even
Poo Scooter was on point and got staggered. That's really bad there for Miami.
That is
They
really
have to make
bad.
something work here. This Torb was proven to be kind of a nuisance.
I mean, yeah, it really has been.
Oh, and then that might be game.
Yep, that's game right there, unfortunately. Being down so many players, and I mean, they get touched, sure, but yeah, Killian's down, Bonesaw's down. There's really not a whole lot that can be done. Diva Booter Scooter at this point getting the perk that allows for shield creation, but it's just a bit too late. And I mean, yeah, that is unfortunately game one. Unfortunately, Alvernia will take this 2-1.
You,
And I mean, that was really well played by them. You got to give it to them. I mean, they Toad was just really good the entire game. Optimal being so good on that May during control. I mean, their support's always keeping them up. I mean, they were playing really well. They were playing very well.
yeah, very good there from both teams. Alvernia just kind of clutching out there, kind of just being the better team there at the end. I mean, they probably had a better hold comp, and Miami not really switching things up in order to change
Yeah,
it. I mean, that door was causing a lot of problems for both Pooter and Bonesaw. And also Bonesaw, I feel like he was taking a little bit too much damage there. Like I
yeah.
don't know if the fire was work. The first point worked pretty well. I don't know if the fire was working that much that second point.
Yeah,
So
I definitely think that seeing the Zarya come out would have been a lot better. Being able to go through the defense matrix as well as being able to take in the damage from turret, being able to take in the damage from the missile, the micro missiles, and all these other things, right? And use that against the other team. I think that they should have swapped Zarya, but I know that as well if that had happened, I truly think Alvernia would have swapped as well and made it a bit of a problem. But they Alvernia played it well. Miami, unfortunately, coming out with a loss on this one, and I mean it happens. It happens.
so yeah, we do have another game beginning. Honestly, I think here in a few moments. I believe we have a game starting at 9. What?
We have a game starting at 9. We don't quite know the opponents yet. It's a Swiss stage, so we always play somebody with equal score. So we're 3-2
Yes.
now, and so we'll play somebody that's 3-2. I mean, hopefully that means it's good,
Hopefully.
but we don't know yet. It could be anybody.
We do want to come up from win because I believe from this point on, Miami cannot lose a game in order to qualify for the Queen City Clash LAN. They have to make something work here in order to qualify for that LAN, which I know a lot of players want to do because after being at that last LAN, they want to go to another one. Always a fun time.
Oh yeah,
So we'll see what they decide to do. Miami really gonna clutch up here. Probably try and get not tilted from that last game because I know probably a little bit tensions were a little high from losing that game. Game they probably thought they could win after winning that second match, but they really have to keep their focus on. Gotta just not get tilted and try to figure out what they did wrong in that game
yeah,
and use it in the next game. Maybe try a few other few different things, but we'll see what they decide to do. But we will be back with you then in a few, don't know how many minutes,
yeah.
honestly, because we still have to go through map bans, all that, figure out who we're facing. But we'll be back with you shortly for game number 2 of the night.
Don't go anywhere.
And we are back with our second game of the night against Texas Tech University. Going to be an interesting one. Honestly, a school one of this man here has a lot of friends going to. Well, so he was quite excited about learning about that one. But we will see
Yes.
what both teams decide to do. Our first map will be Oasis, one that honestly I don't think we've seen too much of this season. We've seen
I
it a
think
few
we've seen it.
times.
I've seen it. I think we've seen it a good few times. Not more than like,
Not
or not.
Lijiang or Busan
Yeah,
level,
no,
but like we've seen it like
yeah,
once or twice.
yeah.
So we'll see what they decide to do. Both teams 3-2 in the Swiss bracket currently. Miami has to kind of amp up their game a little bit. That was a little bit lost there, but they did put up a good fight. But they have to figure out a little bit of nooks and crannies in their setup. But we'll see what they decide to do here in this first match on Oasis. Other than that, not really much change up. Really, probably
Yeah.
expect honestly Oasis most likely going to expect probably that a little bit of that
Probably
Ram
either
brawl.
Ram or Orisa. Again, like I keep saying, I really want to see this Zarya. I mean, it would just be really fun to see. But I mean, yeah, I think we're gonna stick with probably the Ram or the Orisa. That just makes the most sense generally. Um,
Hey, sometimes you gotta go comfort over ability.
true. Yeah, there's the Orisa coming in from both sides actually, which is a bit interesting. We don't usually see an Orisa mirror, right? That's usually just like a Pooter Scooter special, but
I
here
mean,
we are.
flashback to last season. We saw that every
True,
week,
true.
but 'cause that was when Rissa was busted. But Miami here, Bonesaw on the Sojourn again, Nitrous Oxide on the Juno, and then Killian on the Brig. So kind of a standard comp here from Miami on putting down that teleport. The ability of being a Symmetra is so much quicker. Yeah, Nitrous Oxide with the speed boost to the left. Seems both teams two different strategies here with the DPSs. Bonesaw using that turret just try to get some early damage in.
Yeah, and I mean, Texas Tech taking a bit of the high ground there, the Genji and the far up there, but
Ooh, a little big push to the left here from Miami, trying to just
yeah,
take it over here. Ooh, but
Bonesaw and Pooter Scooter going
Who's
extremely
falling
low
low?
here.
Clamps falling low. Nemris is also falling low. They see if we can get him. They
Ooh,
do get Nemris on falling low, really low though. They have to get him some health. Killian also falling quite low here. They managed to just kind of that was wonderful there from Miami, forcing him into that back corner. They really had to get NVK off their back line. That was good. NVK kind of, we didn't really see it much, but kind of doing a good job of just pestering Killian and Nitrous. Can't really turn around. That's why Poo Scooter and Bonesaw fall so low.
yeah, that was really well played from Miami. I mean, that flank was kind of crazy, honestly, uh, going all the way around to the back, and now Miami University is gonna try and rush straight in, going in with the speed boost, but ultimately it's gonna force them to back up a little bit, on the high ground, which is really nice, but. I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens here.
You have to be
Texas Tech
very
about to go
careful.
in on the left here, possibly, or rotating around towards the center now.
Yep. And luckily, Anno has to be careful about that Genji on the other team. It seems they also decided to go Mirror Sojourn. So we'll see what they can decide to do. Honestly, Miami University, Nitrous Oxide already at Orbital Ray. It seems Texas Tech is also already close to their ults as well. There goes Orbital Ray, kind of keep Pooter up. Cream all on, man. Dude, that is ridiculous. That is. What?
Yeah, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. So that was
Dude.
pretty nice.
Okay, I'm usually not going to say this mid match, but that needs nerf. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. When Nitrous Oxide's Orbital Ray, granted, Inspire was up, so it is a little bit more, but the Orbital Ray killed all of Miami through the barrage, like full health. They didn't even really go down at all.
yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. NVK getting a pick onto Bonesaw, getting a headshot. Miami University coming in. They're gonna have two ults, and there's one popped right there. Terrasur coming in though, trying to mitigate that as much as possible.
Yeah, it did work out.
And that's the last ult from Texas Tech. They don't have any more ults, but it's going to do the job, it looks like. Nitrous Oxide's going to try and stall, but it's unfortunately just going to end up turning into a bit of a stagger.
We did try getting to 99%, not too terrible, but we'll see what they can do here.
Yeah.
Trying to build some ults here from Miami. They only really have, I believe, Torbjorn ult, which isn't that good against a character like Pharah. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They really need to make something work. Oh, big spear there, but not really anything here. It seems both sides going off to on their own.
Molten Core coming out from Bonesaw. That could be really big, but it's not really going anywhere. Okay, there's a bit more out there, but it's a bit scattered.
Well, here's the thing. Texas Tech was pretty much all in the top right. Not really much of danger to them. They just all stay up there.
Yeah. NVK going so low. Nemers going so low as well. And Clamps, I mean, all of Texas Tech just going so low. On getting kills. Nitrous Oxide on. And, I mean, that's just ends up being a team kill.
That's going to be first point to Miami. Nitrous Oxide on this Juno is so ridiculous good at getting these ults. That was 2 orbital rays in 1 point. That was honestly quite ridiculous how fast he was charging that ult. I think we do have to give it to maybe the perk he has. He may have selected the one where... Oh, speaking of that, we just got information. This is both teams' last chance to qualify for the LAN, which I believe is in next week, I believe? 2 weeks from now.
Maybe. I don't know.
Soon. One of the
Sometime
ones.
soon.
It's sometime soon. So this is their last chance to qualify. Whoever wins this will be qualifying, I believe. But you got to give it, man, Nitrous Oxide at that point was definitely, I'll have to give it to him. The amount of orbital rays he had kept the team up so much.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to him having the perk that allows the lock on to heal faster for allies, because he was getting that so quickly.
Yeah.
Ooh, big boop there.
Bonesaw
honestly.
getting so much damage
Oh
early.
my goodness. That
Getting
was
yeah, absolutely melting Epic.
Bonesaw with the positioning on these E's. They've kind of Miami's kind of woken up quite well here. They're playing super well, positioning, movement.
Yeah, that was played really well.
They're playing completely different than they did last match.
Pooter Scooter being double the ult charge of Clamps, which isn't saying a whole lot seeing it's the beginning of the game, but I mean, yeah, I don't think there's been like a really full team fight, not the entire with the entire team dying. That was a little scary there.
I'm managing to just sneak back in. I didn't even realize this, but Miami really having almost close to their second perk already, and I don't think Texas Tech really is that close at all. Really,
Yeah, I don't think they would even be really close to their first perk.
Nitrous Oxide already has his major.
I mean, yeah, as a support, being able to just heal everybody constantly gets so much XP.
Oh
And
my
Clamp just
goodness.
runs in there and just
He
overextending
can't
himself.
be doing that. None of his team was really there, just backing out. They're kind of just sitting there. I will say, good on him for trying to make something happen. But at the same time, you gotta have cohesion with your team pushing in together like that.
Yeah,
Especially when you're dealing with people like Pooter Scooter, who is known for like if you're sneaking in and leaving a little bit, that spear spin will destroy.
oh yeah. But now we kind of wait and see as Texas Tech has had to back up. Miami University coming into all of their ults except maybe a bit of Killian.
Granted,
Oh, Booter Scooter chose the shield.
the shield, it's back.
That is one of his major perks. Instead of charge up javelin, he can choose the
Oh,
original shield,
yeah,
which
but
is really funny to see.
on manages to get mobilized, manages to push him out. It seems both of Texas healers are both down, and after that they kind of just fall. That was good on them. Managed to get at least one person who went in, but then Bones honestly was around the back and just shooting in, and the Faro in that room is kind of deadly.
Yeah. I mean, having so much AoE damage, I mean, it's everybody being grouped up. Farah just can rain fire, right? I mean, and coming up now, they've got all the different ults coming in. And are they even? Wait, okay, they do get touch. I was about to say that'd be bad.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was very sneaky. He flew all the way around, managed to get on, and then also Bonesaw also fouls down as well. That might just be the point of switching over to Texas Tech. They're losing both of their DPS. Not good for Miami. And back to what you were saying about Killian not really having her all built up. There hasn't been really much fighting on point, really, for her to get pop or inspire at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, it's all been her armor packs, which are helpful, but it hasn't really been much she's been able to do.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a bit really difficult actually for Texas Tech because I mean 99 to 0 and only just now getting the point. There's not going to be a whole lot that it feels like they can do. Ults coming out from both sides. Clemp's going to be the one to get the first kill. Although Nemra's falling off the side.
Huh?
NVK getting kill onto on.
It's kind of even right now, it feels.
I think so, yeah. I think it's pretty even.
I mean, here's the only problem is that Miami doesn't have either of their DPS, so they really got to stay up. Nitrous Oxide does fall, though. That's really bad.
Ooh,
and then the Kiriko's still up there healing. Ooh, big Prosh managed to get mobilized, but the rest of... There isn't really much of Miami there to help with. Killian falls to NVK. Boosker managed to get kills there, but unfortunately there wasn't much there. That was kind of just...
That was so...
staggered pushes.
Yeah, I think Miami needed to just get out of there. Wasting a few ults there, like the Bonesaw and Killian ult. I mean, Texas Tech is, I guess, farther along now than Miami University, if only at least a little bit.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make something work here without any ults. Granted, Nitrous Oxide is close, kind of game changing, but Epic is also close to the side of Texas Tech. Ooh, big spear, but it was onto the far, I think. Yep, here they come from Texas Tech, trying to just push in. Now they're really letting them get to the point. They really got to keep up here. Oh, but on went around left and got caught out. That's really bad on the side of Miami. They really have to make something work here. They have to get a pick here with on there. They do have the orbital ray out going out. They do get MVK, wonderful pick from Pooter Scooter. That's beautiful. And also Bonesaw getting really close to getting mobilized. He falls low. Bonesaw does get mobilized. And then also Clamps. This is falling apart for Texas Tech.
Oh, being able to move during Barrage, that was really funny to watch. It just unfortunately isn't able to do a whole lot.
The Tracer
coming in, yeah.
Does he get the touch? He does get the touch.
Just barely. But I think part of the reason that some of these people maybe don't choose moving in Barrage is like we just saw there. I mean, you're still so vulnerable in
It's
barrage.
also not very high face pass movement, so it doesn't
Yeah,
really help you dodge anything.
exactly.
So sometimes you just want to be better at just landing that first initial blow. Because
Yeah,
really, after the first few sessions of barrage, you're usually dead.
yeah, exactly. That's another reason you would want the yeah even right there. I mean, I think exactly why you would want a Zarya, why you would want a Diva, being able to get the defense matrix or the bubble onto your Pharah. Eh, It's just really useful, and especially when you're moving around now, people are still going to be shooting at you, and you're going to get charged or you're going to get shields. And I mean, I don't know. I don't. I. It's clearly working. We're using Pharah the entire time, but I just think that maybe another tank would be more beneficial.
Granted, we are still in the first, pretty much. Granted, from now it is a week since perks ever been released, so things are still up in the air. Kind of, like people are still trying stuff out, see what works. Who knows? Sometimes, I mean, we saw it literally 2 weeks before perks released. They found out Torb was good, and it came kind of out of nowhere. Like he didn't really get any buffs, and didn't really get any nerfs, but they started using him a crap ton
Yeah,
in pro play and stuff like this in the leagues. So. So who knows? Something might change later on, but it seems we kind of have a system held down. I mean, that was wonderful there for Miami. Maybe a little bit of mistakes, kind of just stagger pushing in, wasting alts a little bit, kind of unfortunate, but they managed to get a picks there. I don't know what kind of happened there, but we got to give it to Nitrous Oxide that game. I will say Orbital Ray was kind of the reason why they really won a lot of their fights.
yeah,
That alt is so powerful. The damage reduction, the damage amplification, and also the healing kind of just goes a long way. And not only that, but it's probably one of the fastest building ults on healers, or probably in the game at that. So good there for Miami winning that game. They'll go one in this best of three. A little bit of friend there from outside, but we will be seeing. Don't know what map we're going into next. Probably either a push or a oh, we're going to escort this time instead of push. So maybe hopefully, what do you want to see from escort?
Escort. I honestly want to see Dorado. I don't like Dorado very much, but I think that it's always beneficial to see and like be able to play something that you don't like.
I I will say Dorado, kind of an iconic map. I will
It
say.
is.
I mean, out of all the Overwatch maps, I feel like for all the just the escort missions, I can't remember a lot off the top of my head besides Dorado.
Yeah, I mean
I mean, Junkertown,
you've got Junkertown, you've got Dorado, you've got
Dorado
uh oh wow. I'm pulling
is
a blank here.
Blizzard Worlds hybrid.
Blizzard Worlds Hybrid. Wow.
We've played this game for 8 years, by the
Yeah, this
way.
is
This
insane.
is very bad that we only remember two of. I think there's like 4 or 5.
Being put on the spot doesn't help.
That too.
But I mean, oh wow, this is so embarrassing.
Oh my god.
But
Hold up.
yeah, I mean, Shimbali Monastery. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
that's one.
yeah.
That's a newer one.
It is a newer one, and
Oh, we're
that
playing
is what we will be
Shambali.
playing.
Oh, thought we had the guiding words from above, but no, that's just commands instead.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, honestly, this could be fun if we play a hog on this map. I enjoy playing hog as a tank on this map. Being able to just hook people in at that first point, it's always entertaining. But I mean, we'll have to see kind of what they're going for. I'd expect a lot of the same. I think this would definitely be a Ramatra map.
yes,
This
this
would
is
definitely be
very
a
very
Ramatra
higher
map.
Matra map. Granted, we kind of can be expecting also a little bit of hit skins.
True,
Hit skins probably as
true.
well. Probably that upper section. A lot of people, maybe even a Bastion. I haven't seen a lot of Bastion on this map.
I think what would be most like make sense would probably end up would probably end up being probably like a Sojourn and Genji maybe. Um, I think that would make a lot of sense. Generally in composition making, you want to have one flex and one hit scan DPS kind of thing. Generally Genji would fill the flex DPS and then Sojourn taking care of the hit scan DPS, being able to just pump in that full damage through the railgun type thing.
I
But
will say probably a little bit of a sleeper pick. Tracer has been very interesting with the perk setup.
true.
Being able to get all her blinks back on a major perk and with by rewinding, very annoying.
Oh yeah.
And also on a map
Oh
like
yeah.
this where health packs are so available, because I feel like a lot of health packs you see them quite often, but also getting a blink bag, I believe, after getting a health pack is also kind of annoying.
It's very annoying.
So plus her damage output is actually kind of big because I remember they reverted her actual fall off a little bit. So we'll
Yeah.
see what they decide to do. Miami is on defense first, I believe. So we'll see what they decide to do here. It does seem like they're going the Ramatra direction, like we originally thought. But it seems we have Texas
Mm.
Tech having a little bit of, maybe I think that's a sub coming in and playing the Widowmaker.
Shower mat.
I mean, we
uh,
can't say anyone. We have on playing on
that's
the
true.
cream of
True.
Wang.
That's very true. But I mean, Widow's definitely a pick. It's definitely a pick. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Widow on this first section. It makes sense. There's a very long corridor for the first walk up there, but I feel like I guess I'm thinking about ladder play. Ladder play, nobody ever gets picks in this section of the map in my experience.
It's always the second or.
Yeah. But I don't know.
But I will
I
say,
Yeah.
when there's a Torb, big head.
True. True. We'll see what happens here. I mean, on being able to shoot into this corridor as well, charges his overclock or his railgun really fast. Being able to do all that.
I do love how On saw like the Widow jump peeking out and then immediately walking away.
Yeah.
He's like, he's not even going to try challenging that.
Yeah.
Like that's why you have to have the respect that Widow has, even if they may not hit all the shots. You gotta be aggressive and know that the danger is still there.
Mhm.
The danger of one shot is so deadly.
Yeah, it'll take you straight out of the fight. But it looks like Pooter Scooter going in, trying to just get a bit of damage, getting some people away. Oh,
What is happening
Epic is
here?
going very
No.
out of his way to get that Kiri, but
Yeah.
unfortunately he can't. Oh,
No, Epic
can't
makes
get punished.
Killian fall and doesn't really die there. He was super low. I don't know what really happened there. Now Pooter I think is gonna go down.
Ooh.
Kind of a mistake there from Killian. Kind of costing Miami that whole section there. That's a really strong section hold. Great if they can get another retouch before they reach this next corner.
True.
That's one that a lot of people get stuck on.
Yes.
This first
yes.
corner right here, the second corner right here, that little Tory gate. That one a lot of people get stuck on.
Bonesaw going into Venture. Venture's actually really good. One of her primary perks, her first perk, is 300% ability. Like it takes 300% less time during ultimate. Like that's crazy. That means so much damage can be put out. Oh, okay,
Ooh,
that's. Ooh,
He does get the Widow really low, but at that point it really doesn't matter.
yeah.
Like it definitely seems that Texas Tech is playing a very slow, high damage comp. Like they aren't really being super aggressive. They're waiting for Miami to make mistakes, and it seems they kind of are making those mistakes.
Yeah.
But that was very good for Miami.
Yeah, that was actually big.
Forcing the Zen out there is very good. It's really their only real survival ult, but they had to pop in order to keep the fight going. But the Zen still falls, and it's Bonesaw's just going on the aggression here. He does have to be very careful. Ooh, wonderful right click there, but the Genji, that was a fantastic sleep for Mobilized.
Yeah. But I mean, Miami University already taking away almost 3 minutes from the time bank. It's absolutely massive. I mean, Texas Tech gonna have Genji Dragon Blade as well as Gravitic Flux, but Miami University coming up to almost all 5.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be something for sure.
It does seem like Texas Tech may be wanting to build a Nano Blade here, but I mean, Mobilize isn't really building all that quickly.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Clamp's getting so low, you can almost cancel that.
Oh, run!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, but that's huge.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's Annihilation comes out and Pooter Scooter just kills everybody.
Yeah, he just kept it up that whole time. That very smart from him leaving Clamps alive that entire time so he could have the max duration of Annihilation stay up. Bonesaw being sneaky there in the back end. It was funny though watching NVK trying to get the two supports and pretty much getting let on the goose taste. He does kill them, but by that point, pretty much all of the rest of his team was gone.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this Bonesaw. He's gonna get. Oh,
They got caught.
Oh no!
He got caught.
Oh no!
I feel like that Ana has gone through that same situation with another venture.
Yeah.
That definitely feels like
There's an experience
there's
there.
experience. And okay, let's check this wall real quick.
But Overclock coming out.
Oh!
On getting one. Killian and Pooter Scooter unfortunately falling. That's a whole lot of damage.
But he does
and
get another
health.
one. Bonesaw does come back. He's gonna try contesting here with this little bit here.
He's gonna have all here, but does he use it is the question. I think he needs to hit the ground there. Don't shoot into the. Okay.
Oh, does he get back? Pooter does get back on the ball. He can
Oh,
contest a little.
but-
Oh no!
Oh. That's unfortunate. Now he has no more perks.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
staggers as well. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, unfortunately for Puda Scooter, I think Texas Tech is playing probably one of the best comps against the ball.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you have the one sleep or perma stun in the form of Ana. You have the Discord Orb, which destroys pretty much all tanks in the form of Zen, and then also you have the Rock
Yeah.
from Clamps.
It's not great, but I am excited to see some Sigma. I'm a very big Sigma fan. Just
And
being able to fly during the major perk is kind of funny.
and VK finds Killian in the back, so we gotta be careful of. Genji is just assassinating your healers in the back. Well, it seems nearly finding On as well.
Nitrous Oxide doing
Ooh.
so much here.
Yeah, he has to without Killian there really as his
Yeah.
backup support. They really have to make something work here. Bonesaw does find Shower Mat, and now he's just kind of back there on the back end. It seems both teams are mirroring Sigma here. Kind of good play, a little bit more survivability.
Yeah.
Who-
I Poodoo Scooter just got to his second or his first perk. NVK
Oh, the
killing
anti.
Bonesaw.
Oh no,
Oh.
yeah, the anti there kept him
Yeah.
anti long enough. So now that trans didn't really have any effect.
That's unfortunate right there.
Yeah, I'm out here. We have to back up and make something else work.
Yeah. Killian no longer having ult. Trans is such a good ult. And Epic Crazy? Maybe. Epic
Epic 2 Ray.
Epic, yeah, Epic. We're gonna call him Epic.
That's fine.
Having
Yeah.
having trans now is gonna be huge for them. That's gonna be like a at least I probably a fight win type ultimate, right?
Right, maybe
Being
even
able to
around a win
sustain
from
for
where
so
they
long.
are.
Yeah, yeah. Orbital
There
Ray
it
coming
is.
in, and yeah, that's gonna be a support ult for a support ult right there.
Ooh.
Bonesaw coming in with the shock.
Ooh, doing a ton of damage. They are all super low on the side of Texas Tech. Oh wow, that was
Oh.
so unfortunate there for Bonesaw. That was so unfortunate. The Zen was just barely out of range of his jump up.
Hmm.
Oh, that's that. I think that's a team kill. Yep.
Yeah, that is. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be around there. They're gonna have to go a bit of speed maybe to get back in
Yeah,
time.
Puskar doesn't want to switch the ball though, because he
Yeah.
doesn't want to lose that ult. But it seems like Bone might be able to touch.
Ooh.
Bone
Okay.
does get the
Okay.
touch off. He's gonna go for it. He's targeting Sigma, which is honestly good here. They don't really have much support for him.
Yeah. Get him out of
Yep,
there.
that was
Yeah.
wonderful. Really, the only good body on the point to
Yeah.
push it. Very good there from Miami. They have to be very careful though. Dude, Epic is getting so many picks.
Epic just on the flank there. That's unfortunate uh, for on. Not really expecting that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Nitrous Oxide did decide to make the switch on the Lucio, so but he goes back to the Juno. Just honestly, kind of a better Lucio in today's.
I mean,
Well,
yes,
yeah,
but that also means that he went from having or having his two perks to not having any and building ults or XP to not having any and no experience. That's not favorable. But Clamps is overextending so much.
Oh, that was really bad. The rest of his
Yeah,
team was still so far back. Dude, the speed on Bonesaw. Is there a perk that increases the speed of the dig?
I don't believe so. No. You've got
Oh,
you've got the perk that allows him to see enemies underground, and you have the perk that allows him to have 300% ability charge. But those are both the minor perks, and I actually don't know the major perks for her.
oh, that kind of saved that onto there. That's
Uh-oh.
unfortunate. Pudaskuri getting really cut
Hooter
off there.
overextended, but
Oh,
but
they managed to get clamps
oh,
before the Zen all came in. That is
that's really
wonderful
good.
for Miami. They really have to make something work here. Beautiful anti coming in from Killian. They really have to get the Zen. The Zen's doing all of the work.
Yeah, the Ana and Zen is just the two supports. Ana's not going to be able to sustain this, unfortunately. I don't think.
Not really have the damage.
Yeah,
They just say screw
and
give
that's
him
going to
the thing.
be round for Miami University being able to hold it to 2 points. Honestly, and really, there were a few mistakes there. I think Miami could have held that at the
At that
first
corner.
point.
Yeah,
Honestly,
they held it there for almost, I think, nearly 3 minutes.
yeah.
But then kind of just mistakes from, I mean, kind of unfortunate. It really did come down to the fact that Ana knew what Bonesaw's strategy was before it even happened.
Yeah,
He was hiding.
exactly.
He like knew that the the Bonesaw was hiding back there. He's like I know for a fact he may have gotten some flashbacks to previous ranked games where he got wrecked by that, but that would have won the round.
It really was just an unlucky play. I think. I mean, just being I mean, like unless he made sound, which I feel like he probably didn't. There, he just got unlucky. He really did.
Yeah.
But Texas Tech gonna stay mostly the same, except going a bit of a Torb play. Oh, Zarya! I really need Pooter Scooter to stay Zarya. Zarya, I'm very excited to see the Zarya. I can't even
I mean,
lie.
you're pointing at it for like 10, 15 seconds, and then he finally notices it.
Yeah, I'm for real ready to. No! No! Go back! Go back, please!
No Zarya for you.
No, I know, but maybe he'll hear my praise. But also, yes, he heard me. He heard me. This is awesome. This is awesome. But I mean, it's also really good against a Sigma.
Yeah.
Sigma. I mean, Zarya is just really good against Sigma anyway. So playing him just makes sense, and he can get so much charge in this first choke here if played right.
I'm still not used to seeing Zarya with 550 HP.
That's valid. That's valid.
I was so used to the old school. Ooh, unfortunately, kind of a waste of a bubble there. Bubbling Bonesaw when he went underground.
Yeah.
Not really having any charge, really. That turret, they have to get rid of that. Get it less that damage out there. James Pooters is trying to make something work here. Not really building any charge. Texas Tech knows when to hold back a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there hasn't been a.
Oh,
huge,
there it is.
There's some charge, but there hasn't been a huge fight yet. Being able to just.
Ooh, lot low there.
So
Killian was yeeting that nade, getting NVK. That was very good. But Epic killed both of our DPS on his own over there on the left. That was very bad. And unfortunately, I think Pooter might be getting knocked out there with a 100 charge, unfortunately.
Unlucky. I mean, NVK switching over to the Venture. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Just wanted to make sure, because they had a suspiciously low ult charge, and I'm like, wait a minute, something ain't right here.
Yeah, Texas Tech does have the ult advantage here from winning the last fight. Husker didn't really get a chance to build up that much ult percentage, because they didn't really get a chance to do anything. But Miami's DPS really has to just kind of lay back and not be so over aggressive, because they got both. That Epic is kind of just baiting. Like,
yeah, and unfortunately, Pooter's just really not able to get a whole lot of charge right now. I mean, they see. I mean, once you get to higher ranks, right? You see a bubble and you just know not to shoot it, or you should know not to shoot it. So it is a bit of a conundrum playing Zarya, because you have to time everything perfectly to make sure that people don't expect your bubbles or do all this and that. But like, there's gonna be a bubble going on somewhere over there. Ana going super low. There you go.
good timing
Bonesaw
from
getting
both.
mobilized.
Oh, and the Soldier not really able to make anything work with that ult, but he does manage to get Bonesaw, but he was already a little low.
Yeah.
And NVK does go to the backline and manages to get Killian. Oh,
Ooh,
that was close.
That was very close.
That was very, very, very good there. Good that On stayed alive for that. They don't really have anything. After Bonesaw died, they didn't have any more DPS.
Oh, Trans is just gonna get on to point,
Yeah,
and it's gonna be it touches, but I don't. Oh, Mobilize getting a pick onto On really early, and that's gonna be Orbital Ray coming in from the side of Miami, and that should end another excavation. And you would think you would think that this just automatically was the oh, wow, Miami is using all their ults.
They have to.
I don't really think that they needed to. They were doing more damage. They didn't have Trans, and I mean,
well, here's the thing. They realized that. Here's the thing. They also realized that Texas Tech also popped theirs, but they still have the on ult as well. And plus, Killian's also building hers. Something that also was there is that both the healers are actually one shot, and the Sig was actually going after him. So I think Cooter honestly played safe a little bit. Just try to get the fight won, because that point, that corner and that point is notorious for being a little bit rough. So.
But now neither team really having more than one ult. Overclock being their closest ults on both sides. But Bonesaw getting so much AoE damage going in here. Everybody's charging onto Shower Mat. It looks like Overclock coming
Ooh.
out from. Wait, yeah, Overclock came out from on, and he wasn't able to get anybody there.
Yeah, that's gonna be another quick little fight there for Miami. Quick run away. Because after
Yeah.
both DBS fall down, that's kind of the end of the fight.
Yep, that's a regroup. Shower Mat getting so close to his ult. Mobilized getting Garage Door.
Bonesaw switch on the Reaper. I love this. Reaper is my character. I can't wait to see something happen with this. Reaper, kind of, on my opinion, not having the best of perks from this thing. I mean, the main one's usually the one you want to go to is that there's one where you exit Wraith form, you get like 40% extra life steal. Then another one, oh, that's unfortunate. Shower Mat managed to find a pick onto Killian. Yep,
Oh.
he's just in the back, I think. Oh,
And-
sneaky, but he misses the she didn't have full ammo.
Oh,
Kind of a mistake there from Bonesaw. But yeah,
that's not great.
back to what I was saying. The Reaper ult is that the first one, I believe, is you have extra Shadow Step range,
Okay.
which I think that may have been the one Bonesaw decided to pick. I can't tell. But then the other one is that for his major perk, he does get the Soul Orbs. But then there's also the fact that exiting Wraith, he gets an extra 40% life steal. And then also his right click, he gets a mini shotgun burst, long range shotgun burst.
Yeah.
We'll
Miami
see what-
deciding to go a bit different. You know, the thing of, you know what they say about insanity. It's doing the same thing over again, expecting the same results. So Miami decides to shift it up a little bit, go in a different way, and both of
they gotta push
bubbles are
past that.
immediately gone.
But Killian managed to find Mobilize as a big pick.
That
that is
is
pretty
good.
much all of their healing.
That is all they're healing.
With the
Yeah.
Zen, their Zen provides so much damage, but you have to keep your other healer up.
Yeah.
That was kind of a good push there from Miami. Even though they had the freaking the window up from Baptiste, still managed to get knocked down.
Yeah. And oh, Pooter Scooter deciding to pick the second or the 75% knockback perk instead of the 30% graviton surge damage. I would choose differently, but well, I mean maybe this isn't the same as my ranked play, you know. But Blade coming out from the side of Texas Tech,
Getting melted down.
Okay, yeah, that's why I love Zarya.
There's your proof.
Yep.
They have to push this up though. When they have this player advantage, they have to go. Like, ooh, but they have to.
I can.
Immortality does go out.
Oh,
that's
Bonesaw
unfortunate.
getting. Oh no, Bonesaw not getting two. Bonesaw just getting one, but plus the.
But then here comes on with the right click Bonanza. He has to try and find another one. He has to at least get that turret down. He does fall really low. Oh, Pooter Scooter just says screw it. He's going up to their spawn with the grav.
Yep. I mean, being able to hold him back would be huge. And
misplay.
Ooh. Okay, well that's okay because that's Shower Mat using Overclock, which is good. Get the ult out of the way.
Here's the thing: Killian has to hold that ante.
True.
Because you do see
Yep.
that Epic does have the trance.
Yep.
That is probably the longest true, the pride and true Zarya ult counter.
Oh
It's
yeah.
probably the only reason they're still on Zen currently.
Yeah.
So they have to make something work here.
I mean it's a little bit scary as well because Annihilation is right there as well, and Annihilation is an ult
but then
that is
Shower Mat
perfect
gets
for
Bonesaw.
stalling on point.
Bonesaw falls down. Ooh, no. Miami really has to go soon.
Yeah.
But without Bonesaw, they lose a lot of their frontal damage.
I think they get touched no matter what here.
Yes,
But
they,
Bonesaw might just get it back a little bit later.
but
No,
he's
he's
back,
right
he's
there.
right
He's
there.
right there.
he probably got that extra teleport distance, if I had to guess.
Maybe. They got to touch now. They got to go in. Orbital Ray
Orbital.
coming in. And there's Grav. And there's the trans.
They needed the ante.
Annihilation has come out on the side of Clamps.
But they're melting him down anyways.
Oh,
He goes, though, go down. They got to keep Hooter up with that 100% charge.
Pooter Scooter is scarily taking so much damage.
Yeah,
but
he
he's
has to
able
hide
get
in
up.
that corner. Good on Bonesaw trying to take that much damage and just kind of contest point. The Zen does go down on point. That's kind of big.
It's kind of funny watching this because you can see his aim tracking like shake a little bit. Maybe under a bit of stress, but Baptista's window coming in.
Oh no!
Oh,
the
Molten
Torbolt
Core.
coming
Oh
on
no!
point. Ooh, that's gonna be
Huge
it.
ante, but there's just nobody there on the side of Miami.
Texas Tech takes the second game.
That is unlucky. I mean, Miami. It felt like Miami was doing so many things right, but at the very end there, when it mattered, Molten Core came out and all this other stuff happened, and they just couldn't bring it home. You know?
They needed to keep that ante for the grab, and she had popped it early. Uh, They needed to keep that,
Yeah,
and that would have been a team winner right there. But they need to. We'll see what they decide to do. But this series goes 1-1. But both teams making a fight to try to go to this land
yeah,
in a few weeks. But Miami has to make something work here to stay in the game. See what they decide to pick, because it will be Miami's pick, I believe, after they lost, because that technically was Texas Tech's pick. So we'll see what they can do.
yep.
But they got to make something work with this.
Yeah, this is match point of the most important game this entire qualifiers. It's the final one, the one that they need to win. And it's a little scary, you know. It's a little scary. What are they going to pick? Are they going to go with their comfort picks? Is Pooter going to try and play Orisa? I mean, I felt like the Zarya was working there, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's a little bit different in competitive play. But I mean, I'm ready to see how this plays out. I mean, Miami has to. They both teams have to fight like their entire tournament depends on it, because it does.
Mhm. Both teams really have to amp up here and try to get something really good here. Hopefully, Miami doesn't feel too tilted about that. Ooh, but we're going to Flashpoint. Apparently, we're hearing it's going to be New Junk City. Not really the Flashpoint that Miami's known for, but one they're still. I feel like Flashpoint might be their best mode.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a few weeks ago when Alfonso got subbed in and they were playing that Malga Sombra, and you would just hack somebody, run it in, and just stomp on them, and that was so much fun to watch. And I wonder if they're gonna try and do that. I mean, with the different abilities now, or the perks. I mean, Malga can charge in and hit everybody with fire in the charge, and then Somber can hack teammates to heal them. I mean, that's crazy new things, and being able to play that and establish that on top of what they were Miami, like what we have already been playing, could make that an incredible composition.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. Probably might expecting a little bit of a sub in here for Alfonso. Maybe Alfonso is confirmed to be subbing in. So we'll see what they decide to do. Alfonso known for his Maga, so they probably will be running that strategy. But we'll see what Texas Tech does in aggression. I don't know if they're going to try mirroring it, because usually when teams mirrored this comp, they don't really win. But the one time we have lost with this comp on specifically Cervasa or New Junk City, it's been against those one-off teams. Like flashback to when we faced, was it Eastern Michigan
I think so. Yes.
with Zarya, but we will be.
Yes.
But that is the one composition we have lost to with this team. So we'll decide to do what they do, and we'll see what they can make work. But we should be going in here soon into our third and final map of the day. We've gone to all six. Very long stream for you all,
Yes.
but also very fun stream, because these have been very back and forth maps.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, so but this will be the last. This is going to be the probably one of the most important matches of the day. So we will see what they decide to do. I don't really see any subs in from Texas Tech, but it seems Miami University pretty much just only subbing in Alfonso.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And there's the Malga, and
Junk?
that is a bit interesting, but I don't think that sticks. I don't know
Probably
if that
not.
sticks.
I will say Junk is a very funny character. I will say with the perks update, he does put out a crap ton of damage.
That is very true. That is very true. Not to mention his Riptire also has
Speed
a
boost.
fun speed boost. Yeah.
I feel like everyone
So
picks that one because who's getting the trap range?
yeah, true.
Yeah, it seems On is putting that Tilbur down. They might switch back to something else. He is going that Sojourn. I'm surprised he's not running that Sombra, but maybe they just don't want to risk it. But Texas Tech is running the Hazard. Probably the next best thing besides Malga to play on these types of maps.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody, I mean, I kind of honestly would love to see the Zen, but I know that it's a bit scary.
Nitrous Oxide
Nitrous,
goes down from Epic. That's a bad start
yeah,
for Miami. They really have to make something else work here. Trying to get that Lucio, but they have to get that Kiri. And Alfonso kind of just stuck
yeah,
back there. That's unfortunate first fight. That's the problem with. If it was a Malgamir, this would have been good.
yeah.
But these types of like high small teams like this, where it's like a high speed, it's kind of bad against Malga.
Looking at the plus side, though, it was a quick fight. Nobody staggered. The team is already back together again, and that's very good. They're gonna have to go in. It
I'm a
it is
pessimist, all right.
a, bit, a bit of an unfortunate situation because Genji's really good against the Malga, being able to deflect all this
Ooh, speed boost. We'll see.
this
Oh, big
crap.
slam! But the Suzu came out last second. He should have aimed down, but the rest of Texas Tech gets another 2 kills. Like he is slamming. Oh
Oh,
my goodness!
oh, they're all in the
Oh,
corner. They're all stuck in the corner, and there's nothing that Texas Tech can do.
oh, it's
Everybody is
just
dead.
Alfonso. He wins that fight. That was a big. We heard a big scream from our back behind us from the rest of Miami's team. So, but here's the only thing is that, well, actually, that's actually good for Miami because the Hazard will be the last one coming back.
True.
And here's the thing: now they can fight on their terms.
Yes. And Miami University, Alfonso now having Cage, being able to stop them from coming in.
Oh, they want that. They want
could be
that
huge.
sojourn.
I imagine Cage being used up right now. Being able to get that hazard,
Oh.
yeah, the Lucio in there. Oh,
the hazard goes down already, though. So it doesn't matter. Plus, he has a few more seconds on the cage. NVK does manage to get bonesaw, but it just doesn't matter. I was so worried that previous fight.
Yeah.
Especially when like 2 of us went down, and but then somehow they managed to just corral him in that corner, and that stomp hit all 4. They were all so low.
Absolutely.
That was wonderful there. Honestly, kind of lucky on the side of Miami because
Yeah.
usually something like that never happens.
I think it really was just a misplay from Texas Tech walking straight into that corner, unfortunately. But coming back, the wall coming out, and there's the ult from.
Oh, the beat
Hazard.
does touch him. That's very good on the side of Miami. But Alfonso's getting super low.
He's already so low.
Oh, wonderful
Woo!
stomp there. Wonderful stuff. But NVK is getting 2 in the back. Come on, this has to be a very good.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
They were already so low.
Yeah.
That wonderful team kill there for Miami. NVK getting both of our, I think that was both supports in the back, maybe. Or no, never mind. Killing's still here. What am I saying?
Yeah,
I can't see anything.
but now so many ults were used in this fight. Miami University is going to be up, having 2.5 ults. But I mean, Texas Tech only having shower mats overclock. Well, I mean, we're gonna have to figure out what happens with that.
Granted, that is a very strong all against a character like Malga, where you can just lay in headshot after headshot after headshot with the right clicks. But so.
Very true. Very true.
Ooh, yep, there it is. He's gonna have to make something work. But he doesn't get much value from it. But it seems a lot of Miami's kind of split apart.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Alfonso
really
going
low.
super low. Bonesaw going super low.
Ooh, good there from On getting out of there. He realized the hazard was coming for him. He was a little split off.
Miami's just gonna have to back up onto point and just kind of survive. Texas Tech just playing on top.
Oh,
ooh.
wonderful there. Good focus to targets there from Miami. Bonesaw goes down, but they managed to get clamps, which is probably their main problem on the side of Texas Tech. And both heroes are still up, and there goes Alfonso trying to make something work.
Overclock coming out from On.
Good
and
teleport.
He's hitting shots there. He's doing damage.
Oh!
Oh, this is what we like to see from Alfonso. Gosh.
And there's
dang.
another one. He doesn't hit the headshot with the display stump. But something you have to mention there, Mobilized was popping his Kitsune rush. That was probably the biggest thing we've seen from him all game, besides maybe the 4-stop earlier. But granted, that was kind of luck, but he knew what was happening there. He decided to take that risk, even though it was like half health, to try and dive in, and he managed to get both of them instant death.
Yeah, absolutely. And
there's
the cage, and all
comes
of
out.
Texas Tech is going to have to go into that cage to help.
But B comes out. That's wonderful timing there. Good situational awareness. Dude, nitrous oxide on this Lucio is some of the greatest stuff we'll see. But Alfonso goes down. But good stuff from Bonesaw finding another one.
Still being able to hold. And Genji going
I didn't even
super
realize.
low, but unfortunately there's just more of Texas Tech.
I didn't realize there was still 2. I thought it was just the Genji in the
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, that was very good there from nitrous oxide, holding that beat until Alfonso needed it. And the rest of Texas Tech's beat went off. But then, fortunately, the cage then went down. They were all low.
Yeah.
But Texas Tech managed to win that fight.
But we'll have to see what Texas Tech is able to do with their hazard and overclock ults coming up. Miami University going to have Tectonic Shock as well as Kitsune Rush, which could be very good. And there's the hazard ult, and unfortunately, it's kind of big, and it gets Alfonso.
Run away!
Yep, they're going to have to group up for that one.
Unfortunately, Bonesaw kind of has to just stay there and hide. Which
They
they aren't turning.
don't seem to.
Oh, no,
nope,
never mind.
there it is.
Never mind.
I thought he was still down in there, but he was not, in fact.
And now they're just ulting.
Overclock coming out from Shower Mat. This is.
They're trying to not let him touch the point.
Yeah, this is interesting.
But I mean, I think they still get another touch if Nitrous can
Yeah.
get back.
Yeah, it's gonna be really close. I think. Uh, I don't.
No, they
Yeah,
get it.
okay, he goes in. There's Kitsune coming out as well, and
They don't really get anything
Clamp's
out.
going super low there.
Yeah, but they don't really get any of the Kitsune from on the side of Miami.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't
she popped
matter.
it so close to the door.
Yeah, I mean, mobilized getting 2 there.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
mean,
1-1 in this
yeah, kind of
map here.
crazy right there.
A little bit of mistake there from Miami.
Yeah.
Killian should have teleported to the manga and then popped the ult. Give him a little bit more healing there.
Yeah, but it's fine. I mean, right now we've got Miami's coming up to 3 ults and Texas Tech coming up to 2 with 1 B and 1 Dragon, not Dragon Strike, Dragon Blade. Thank you. Yes.
Dragon Strike.
Dragon Strike Hanzo.
Oh, trying to find a little bit of a shot here. But that just looks like it goes down from Clamp. Clamp doing so good to find these one-off picks. Oh, that's unfortunate. NVK managed to find Bonesaw. A lot of Miami's down. They can't really do much here.
Clamp's going super low there. They're getting half.
Yeah,
He's still got a
Alfonso
lot
just
of
kind of
healing.
has to run out of there. Wait
Yeah.
until the rest of his team gets back, and they also. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh.
The hazard is so deadly.
Yeah. NVK having Dragon Blade up and running. Beat, and actually Texas Tech is really up to just about everything as well as Miami. This is about to be a huge ult fight. I mean, whoever what Miami needs to do is get in there, use ults first, and hopefully get a pick before Texas Tech starts using ults. That's the draw.
But he gets caught out. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
A little bit of misplay there from Bonesaw. He got a little too aggressive. But here's the thing: there goes out Beat, and then he still has his ult on the side of Maga. That's 2 ults coming out from Texas Tech, but also 2 from Miami. Miami has to make something work here.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit scary here. It's gonna be Bonesaw going on to the. What just happened? It looks like okay. So On went onto the Sombra off of the Sojourn, or no, I don't even know what they just swapped off of. But Bonesaw going onto the Sojourn and onto the Sombra. This is going to be very interesting because now Sombra can now. Oh, there's so many people in this cage.
Yeah,
wait, that's huge.
Yeah, they don't have enemy team doesn't have Beat. That's what I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah,
It's basically a free cage.
that's huge.
The thing. They now have to hold. With only, I mean, here's the thing: Texas Tech does have 2 ults here. Plus that combo there with Dragon Blade and Kitsune Rush is kind of deadly. Killian needs to really time her ult here well, especially with her Suzu.
What was good about that fight there is that it was in overtime, which means that all the people staggered just a little bit, right?
They're going aggressive here.
Timings were off a bit, but we're gonna have to see.
Oh, good pick on the epic there, though. That was wonderful. Kind of just pushes them back now. Yeah, and they're gonna try hunting them down, trying to start even more. They're gonna get the stagger on. I believe they might get this.
Alfonso's got to be a bit careful. They're very.
They are trying to stagger them a lot.
Yeah.
Because Killian went down and he. Oh, no, she had popped her ult early. Never mind. I thought she popped it when she died. I got so worried.
Yeah, this is. It was really good for a while there, but now Miami is down 2, and it's just good. This might not be as good as we thought. It's gonna take a second to get everybody.
I thought it was just Killian that went down.
No, it was Bonesaw as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, here's the big
now
aggressive
they're gonna
push.
play down.
NVK probably gonna see the blade from him come in soon. They really just have to kind of retouch repeatedly until that ult comes down, and it's kind of good for Miami here what they're doing.
Oh,
He gets that last second touch, but he dies. The rest of Miami need to be there.
yeah, that's unfortunate. Miami just overextended too far. They needed to not get picked there, and unfortunately, that's just kind of what happened.
Going 1 and 2 in this map. Miami has to make something work here.
Yeah, it's gonna be scary here. This is match point of match point, right? If Texas Tech wins one more, I mean that's Texas Tech going on to the.
Oh no!
Ooh, that was close. That's
Kind
Texas
of a
Tech
big
going
dodge.
onto the land, but we'll have to see what happens here.
They need to keep Alfonso up.
Absolutely, I'm really curious by what perks On is picking here. I mean, being able to kind of heal allies would be very beneficial, but also if you're doing that, you're not hacking the enemy, which is really interesting thing to think about
Both
as
beats
well.
come out from both sides. Oh, but on NVK on this Genji is doing so much. That's gonna be that first fight
Oh,
going to Texas Tech.
and unfortunately, Tech capped point before the fight even started, so they've been getting progress the entire fight.
That's unfortunate.
It
We
is really
do
unfortunate.
have big goals coming up from the side of Miami, but Texas Tech is also getting really close to a lot of big ones as well.
Absolutely. It looks like he's got the ults that he has is hacking uh, friendlies, and I don't know what the last one was, but that is a very interesting thing to think about.
Big
EMP
EMP.
coming out. It's only onto the hazard
Oh,
though.
ugh.
Cage coming out, and there's not many people in it.
That just actually does find shower mat though, and they may be able to make something work here. They have to keep. As soon as it comes out from Killian, I don't know if they really. Oh, they didn't need to pop that because on falls.
Yeah, it's really scary. It looks like Texas is just gonna have to back up a bit. Epic just respawning now.
Yeah, and Bonesaw does have his ult here. He has to make something work with this,
Oh yeah,
and he does pop it early.
and
Oh,
big
he.
pick onto
That's huge.
NBK.
He had his ult blade. He has his blade still.
Yeah, and it was probably gonna use it there. Honestly,
They have to touch this point. They got to keep getting
they
traffic
do
percentage.
no. That's really not good. They're not even down or anything? I think
Yep, good pick there from Bonesaw on
that was
Epic.
big.
They have to cap this before it reaches 90. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
And they're just fighting this out still.
Although no, this is good. This is good because now they're in overtime spawns, and Clamps and Shower Mat are a bit screwed by that. I think. Although Shower Mat maybe not anymore. He might spawn with Clamp. Yeah,
That's
but Clamp
unfortunate.
definitely had a much longer spawn time.
Nitrous Oxide has his beat, but there's a lot of ults on the side of Texas Tech and only one for Miami. It's gonna have to be a very. They have to find a good pick here at the beginning in order to make this work.
Oh yeah, they need to be very wary about Dragon Blade. Dragon Blade is gonna be very scary. Um,
Yeah, there it
yeah,
is. Beat comes out for that,
there's the blade.
and it does
Blade
find
gets
Bonesaw.
Blade
Clams
gets
find
one.
Killian's. That's gonna be. Oh, he does find that, but the beat comes out for the rest of the team.
Virus hits, but it's no good, and unfortunately, that's
GG.
Texas Tech winning the round and kicking out Miami University from the qualifiers, ending their dreams of going to the Queen City Clash. Texas Tech moving on. They played really well. It was really very back and forth, very back and forth, and just mistakes were made. I really think during this, or no, not this point. It was no, it was this point. Miami, Miami just way overextended. They way overextended. They were trying to stop them from touching and contesting, and in theory, yeah, it makes sense, right? But getting picked there is not what you want to happen. You want to get a pick, maybe a second one if you're really lucky. But I know it was the Soj getting picked there as they were trying to go back, and you just get staggered and you can't get back in time and you're screwed, right? I I don't know. There were some things that definitely needed to be played differently and needed to be played a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, hard fought from both teams. Miami though going 3-3 in Queen City Clash and getting knocked out. Rather unfortunate, but they still have the ESC to look forward to, and I believe is the Queen City Clash land the one happening here at Miami or
No,
no?
no. ESC is happening here at Miami.
Oh,
That's the land that is, or yeah, that is the land that is happening here. It's gonna be very fun. Something to look forward to. We have a lot of we're gonna have double streams going on those days, and we're gonna have casters coming in from a bunch of different schools. And it's gonna be really fun. We're gonna have a bunch of different schools coming in.
you will be
Uh,
seeing our faces though quite a lot
oh yeah, that's the hope.
because we're pretty much going to be on at least one of us is going to be on a stream at all times.
Yeah, I
I
believe that is
think
correct.
because they want at least one host being there, but that'll
Hmm.
be fun. So we'll be looking forward to that. Unfortunately, Miami getting knocked out. Kind of just the enemy team played very well. Like they played just honestly kind of better than the rest of Miami. Plus, honestly, I think they were going into that hoping for a Malgamir because
Yeah,
Malgamir, I do believe they'd win that.
yeah,
But the Hazard just too much, unfortunately.
yeah.
So yeah, they just couldn't really adjust that Hazard a hazard. I do believe if maybe if they went somber from the beginning, it may have made a little bit of difference, but I don't think we no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But congratulations, Texas Tech, qualifying for Queen City Clash. We hope you have a good time. But that'll be all from us tonight. That
Absolutely.
is our last game of the night. It is very late and we are sleepy. So we have 6 games of Overwatch today. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But we will be seeing you, I believe, next Tuesday or
This Thursday, possibly.
this Thursday,
I'm not sure.
possibly. Who knows? But don't we have Battle of the Bricks
That is this weekend, I think.
this weekend? Yes, and we will be streaming that for as well.
Yes, Overwatch will be a part of that. That is a charity tournament uh, against
Ohio.
Ohio University the entire day. It'll be great fun. We've got a few extra games in there that aren't exactly competitive, just for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to check that out, that'd be absolutely awesome. It's going for a great cause, and yeah,
Yeah, so we will be hosting the Overwatch at 1 o'clock. After that, I think it's League at 3, and then Valorant later in the day. I think.
yes,
And but before that, we have
we
Mario
have some
Party and Fall
special.
Guys.
Oh yeah, some great fun.
Some fun games there.
Oh yeah,
But that will be later this week. Thursday, we might have something. Don't know yet. But we will be seeing you then. It has been a great pleasure streaming tonight. Very nice day. Finally, some good weather for the first time in 4 weeks. Welcome to Ohio.
yeah.
It's great. So yeah.
But
So yeah, that'll be all from us tonight. Have a good night, everyone.